What's up, everyone? All right, so we're going to break down the trades from today. I'm going to give you my final recap for 2024. 2024 officially in the books, December, the best month of the year. I will do a 2024 year in review. That's going to come, I don't know, maybe I'll do it for an upload this weekend or something like that. But in any case, locking up 2024 here with a solid day up $33,709.89. You can see my P&L right here, top corner, or right there in the center. So traded 3 stocks this morning, green on 3 out of 3. I can't complain. Guys, this market has been absolutely phenomenal. In fact, not only has December been the best month of the year, it is a no red month. Wow, that doesn't happen often. So not a single red day in the month of December. Now, typically I figure I'll have 1 red day a week, 4 red days a month. Sometimes those red days will be clustered together. I'll have 2 back to back, and then I'll have 10 days that are green. But in any case, I usually figure I'll have 3 to 4 red days a month. That's fairly common. So this month, being able to close with 0 red days is, it's just fantastic. I'm so grateful for it. I'll go over the total profit in my year in review a little bit later this week. But it's been a good month. And so here's what I'm excited about. And this is where it gets kind of relevant for you guys. Because the market has been so strong, what I'm expecting is that we're going to see continued momentum, certainly in the weeks ahead. You can see this is the last 30 days. This is the last 60 days. This is the last 90 days. So right now, things really picked up right around here. So all of a sudden in October, things really pulled away. And part of this was also the polling and the indicator that that Trump had a really good chance of winning the election in November. That was definitely a part of it. So we're on this nice rally, and I don't have any reason to think that it's going to stop here. Right now, we're just like, I'm pedal to the metal. I'm being aggressive. I have had some red days, in the past 90 days, and I've tried to keep them pretty tight, which I've done a pretty good job at. I did have my biggest single loss in December, but I was able to recover from it. And I actually still finished that day in the green, which was quite something. So I think that that's also telling, is that a no red month indicates, not that I didn't have losses, because I did have trades that I lost on, but every single day there was enough time to recoup the loss and get back to green, even on the days that I did go red. So that speaks to the amount of opportunity that we kept seeing every single day. Now, right now, I'm on my traveling trading station, as you guys, well, you probably can't tell exactly, but I'm on my traveling trading station. So I'll just give you a little kind of preview of what that looks like. So this is the traveling trading station right here. I'm in St. Kitts. It's an island in the Caribbean. And I've got my main laptop right here. And then I've got monitor 1 and monitor 2. So 2 small USB monitors. Those are powering this setup. And, for me, I try to keep it pretty simple. I don't want to overcomplicate it. These monitors, I'll just unplug this one. These fit right in my carry-on. Look at how skinny that is. So 2 of these right here, they go side by side. I put the monitor facing in. So if they get bumped from the back, they won't break. And then I put them right next to my laptop. And that's all in my carry-on. I always put this in my carry-on because, look, we've all seen the way bags get flung into the bottom of an airplane. I don't want my couple $1,000 laptop being tossed around, and then I get to somewhere and it won't power up. Or worse, I get to the place and my bag didn't make it, and now I can't trade. If I hadn't been able to trade yesterday and today because I put this in my checked bag, that would have cost me $48,000. For what it's worth, that's almost enough to have flown on a private jet here. Now, probably not quite. Private jets are crazy expensive, but nonetheless, I'll just do the checked bag or the carry-on bag and keep it simple. So I've got the laptop, I've got the 2 monitors, and I'm here in St. Kitts, small island in the Caribbean, south of Anguilla, St. Martin, and St. Bart's. But you can see them looking sort of to the north. Anyways, nonetheless, I'm on the traveling trading station and locking up some nice profit here today. So let's jump back onto screen share and let's break down these trades. So here are the stocks that I traded today. I started the day, to be honest, sort of same as yesterday. I wasn't sure what I was going to break the ice on, but the first stock that I traded was VRME. I'm up $1,400 on it. So that was the first stock I traded. That was coming right into 7 a.m. It's currently up 155%, but at the time, it was our leading percentage gainer, and it was up a solid, I don't know, what is this, like 230%? So it was up nicely coming into 7 a.m. And on this one, I sort of thought, well, it's obvious. It felt like the stock that people would be paying attention to. And so I did go ahead and take a trade on it. Now, if we look at the chart here, this right about here was 6:55, and this was 7 a.m. So I actually took my first trade right in this area. We got this little pullback here, this pop up, and I was thinking this is going to break through descending resistance, but it did not. This is, or the ascending resistance. I thought it would break through that level at 7 a.m. with a spike of volume, but it wasn't able to. So anyways, took the small base hit. I think that was a 16,000 share position. Got about 10 cents a share on it, $1,400, $1,500, whatever. And that broke the ice. With that, I'm green on the day, and I'm like, okay, let's see what's next. APM was the next stock that I traded. I'm up $20,000 on it. And APM, I had it on watch early pre-market. I saw that it had made a big move after hours. But typically, when you have a big move after hours like that, that's the high watermark. And this is all the backside of the move. So it popped up here, sold off, popped up here, sold off. So when it first popped up here, I didn't think it was going to do this. I mean, it's kind of remarkable that it made this big of a move. I just didn't expect it. But I finally did break the ice on it. And I broke the ice pretty quickly. I got in at 360. So once we broke over 350, the $0.50, I got in with a stop at 350. So that's not a live stop order. It's a mental stop. So for those of you guys who are trading pre-market, remember, we cannot use market orders. So we don't get any market orders. We just have limit orders. So the way I'm controlling my risk is that I have a key scripted on my keyboard, Control Z. I press those two buttons, and it's going to sell my full position 10 cents below the bid as a limit order. And it works during extended trading hours. So just like that, I'm out of the position. Now, if I press Shift 1, I'm going to buy with essentially, it's a limit order, 10 cents above the current ask. So if the ask is at 360 and I press that buy button, my order is going to go through at 370, which means I'll fill 360, 365, 368, 369, but I won't fill any higher than 370. So if I put out an order for 25,000 shares, let's just say, I might fill 15,000 of it up to 370, and then my order would be sitting as a 10,000 share buy order at 370, and it would become the bid if the price had gone higher. And usually if that happens, I cancel my order because I don't want to fill if it comes back down. But in any case, that's how I'm getting in these pre-market since I can't use market orders. And the way I stop out, quote, stop out, is actually selling with my bailout hotkey. So I got in at 360, and holy smokes, this thing went up to 4. Pulls back, nice. We get to move up to 450, up to 5. Pulls back, awesome. We get to move up to 6, up to 650, almost $7 a share. And then unfortunately, that was kind of the high watermark on this one. And it tried, but failed. Came back down, and we just weren't able to get another move higher. So I was sitting coming up towards about, 8:30 in the morning, up about 21,000 on the day. I had 20,000 on APM and then 1,400 on VRME. And then all of a sudden at 9:15, MLGO starts squeezing. Now, it instantly, and I mean almost instantly, went from 450 to 5 up to 550. And when that happened, I looked at the clock and I was like, it's 9:15. I think there's probably news on it. I wasn't sure if there was news, but based on how much it was up that quickly, I just thought, I think there's probably news on it, and that's why it's spiking. Now, this is a stock with a relatively low float, 6.38 million shares. It's got a history of making bigger moves. And so I decided to go ahead and jump in. And let me pull, let's see. So my first entry on this MLGO was at 570 with a stop at 550. So mental stop, about 20 cents away on this one. I had to take a little smaller size to start on that first trade. I'll do a 10-second chart so you can see better. But was able to break the ice there, and this squeezed from 570 up to a high of 770. So this right here, basically right in here, that little dip, that was the spot where we had our first dip right there. So right down there, 570, 575, squeezes up to 620, pulls back, and then that gave another trade for a move up to 660. Pulls back, that gave another trade for a move up to 7, and then up here was sort of choppy. But this gave enough range that I was able to lock up, well, it was a little over 12,000, gave back a little off the top, but just unbelievable. I mean, just fantastic. So another solid trade on that. And, the way I'm thinking about these, so generally, as you probably know, I'm trading stocks that are priced under $20 a share. Nothing I traded today was more than $10 a share. So in the range of $2 to $10 per share, I'm thinking about my positions in shares. I'm not thinking them in terms of dollar amounts. Now you could say, Ross, just hang on one second. Hey, doorbell, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. So, just dropping off my my car. I said I really wanted a motorcycle, but anyways, just got a little Suzuki. All right, this will be fun. So, yeah. So, anyways, MLGO. I was hopeful that maybe we would get a little more action on this, but then it started to kind of make its way back down. There were some bigger sellers that came out, and then at that point we sort of came into the open. Now, right at the open, I was watching this. I tried to buy this dip, but it didn't get filled. It squeezed it up to 740. Would have been a nice little trade, but very whippy right at the open. It's just a risky time to be trying to move in and out of the market. So anyways, it's just as well that I didn't get that trade. And then, with that, all of a sudden it's 9 a.m. and we're starting to get closer to, the end of sort of this range where we get really good price action. So ONCO, this one's moving higher. I'm really glad to see it up 327%. For me, I knew this would be similar to the one yesterday that made the big percentage move, in that maybe I would do the best if I just bought it and held it. But that's just not the way I think about things. And I say, you know what? Don't do something crazy on your, last day of the year. So just leave it alone. So no trades on that. BMND, really nice move. Just out of nowhere, halts up 3 times or twice, down, back up now to 470. Chinese stock, so getting some nice momentum there for traders that were waiting till the open to trade. So that's great to see. BDMD, relatively low float. And just very, very strong. So you've got that. ITP, this one's a little bit lower priced, not my cup of tea. So, if I had traded a little bit longer, I probably could have added a bit more profit, namely with the BDMD move. But even, just sort of looking at it, you'll see that we're starting to get some 10,000 share sellers, 15,000 share sellers coming out on the level 2. So like right now it's struggling around the $0.50 of 450. So there's 42. See, and then all of a sudden it drops to, look at that, 23. Those kind of flashes are tricky, because it's easy where you're like, I kind of need to bail out. This is not good. And then next thing you know, it's right back up here. But it's having a hard time breaking through that level of the $0.50. So let me just flip the chart back over. So we would typically say, this is sort of a micro pullback that's occurring right here under 470, but clearly there's some sell side resistance up in the 40s, the upper 40s, 48, 50, 5,000 share seller there at 49. So, I think it's important not to overstay your welcome. One of the things that's worked really well this month has been that on days where I went red, there were enough opportunities to get back to green. But you don't want to keep pushing your luck. You want to get green, and then, at a certain point, you want to lock it up. And so I'm locking it up here, a solid green day. Boom. So you look at that. You get that pop, and then back down to 41 on the bid, back to 30, and back to 25. And now you got people panic selling. It's just not worth it. All right. So I'm going to lock it up here today. By the way, those of you guys who haven't already checked out our sales we've got going on, new year, new you. So join me. You could trade side by side with me for all of 2025 as a Warrior Pro member. I would love to have you join. And this will give you access to my broadcast for a full year. It'll give you access for 3 years to the curriculum, all of my classes, and you'll get 90 days of access to a trading simulator with real-time level 2 data, so you can practice in a safe environment before you put real money on the line, and you'll get 90 days of access to Day Trade Dash, which is the scanners, the charts, and the news feed that I use, and so you can test those things out and see if you like them. You'll get a 7-day money-back guarantee, and I think you guys are going to be really thrilled. I would love to see you guys in the community. I will be streaming bright and early on Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, so I'll see you guys in there. And reminder as always to take it slow, manage your risk, and please practice a simulator before you put real money on the line. All right. So with that, Happy New Year, and I will see you on Thursday.